Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We're here to recap episode 8 of the challenge Total Madness called Live and Let Die. And we start off with Bear and Kayla making out once again on the couch, and Bear turns the bunker into the love bunker.
Right now, things are going so well with me and Kayla. I can't stop kissing her. I'm madly in love. I see stars. I see rainbows. I see unicorns. This is now called the bunker of love. War.
And then we get to our next challenge called Decontamination, where each player will be playing an individual game and they'll be playing it in 3 heats, and they have to go into this big pile of foam and go to the glass and wipe the glass off and see the color combination, and then they have to run out and they have to get their discs and stack them up into the 15 color combination. And the first 2 people in each heat to do that will be in the running to be in the tribunal. So in the first heat, Maddie, Swaggy, and Corey decide to work as a team.
Me, Swaggy, and Corey decided to team up and give each other certain numbers of colors, so that way when Swaggy goes in, he gets 1 through 5, I get 6 through 10, Corey gets 10 through 15.
My strategy is I'm better than them even when they work together.
Check. All right, Wes, you're done. Good job.
Yeah, Wes. But my ability right now.
No, that's wrong.
Check.
Maddie, that's correct. Good job, Maddie.
Wes is working by himself, and he actually ends up figuring it out before the 3 of them, and he's the first one in the first round to win. And then Maddie ends up getting her puzzle together, so she's the second person in the first heat to be in the running for the tribunal. And when we get to the second heat, Dee and Rogan are working together.
I'm right next to Dee. She knows how important it is for me to win today, so I've got my little helper, and this shouldn't be a problem.
I had my own plan. I can get them to place their colors first and then just copy theirs. And then we're on the last 5.
Okay. All right, Bessie, you're good. Freeze. All right, Dee, good job.
Bessie ends up finishing first, and then Dee and Rogan are working together, so Dee ends up finishing hers second. And she's hoping to be in the tribunal so she can protect Rogan from going into purgatory. In the third heat, Anissa, Bear, Kayla, and Nani all are working as a team to try to get Kayla into the tribunal so she can protect Bear from going into elimination.
Anissa, Bear, Kayla, and myself have decided we're going to do everything that we can to help Kayla get into the tribunal so then she can protect Bear.
Wait, we're so unorganized now. Okay, wait. Are you sure? Yeah.
I'm instantly regretting this.
What is he doing? I don't know.
We see them all getting messed up, and they're all flustered and they don't know which combination is which now. And then we see Bananas just standing there for some reason, and everybody's wondering why.
Banana does Keep going. Go, Dee. Red.
So Banana finishes first, and then Big T comes out of nowhere, and she's the second person to finish. So at the end of the challenge, we see why Bananas was standing there, and it's because the colors were beside the foam pit and he could see on the side, so he basically just waited for the colors to pop up, which I don't really think is fair. And I don't really think it's fair that everybody's working and can see what everyone's colors is because other people are trying to copy. So I don't really think that should be allowed. I think everyone should be separated where nobody can see anybody's colors, because one person could basically just sit there and copy the other people like they were trying to do. But that's how the challenge rules are, and those are the 6 people that are in the running for the tribunal. So let's see who won. Out of those 6, whoever the fastest girl is and the fastest guy is, those 2 are going to be in the tribunal, and then they pick the third. So
However, the one woman to get it done the fastest was fastest guy of today's challenge was Wes.
For the girls, Maddie is the fastest time, and for the boys, Wes is the fastest time.
I've done a lot of things on this challenge. Almost everything. Except for save bananas, so I'd like to do that right now. Right now, I feel so much trust.
I do too.
Like, it's really kind of sad and scary, and I feel like I'm in some sort of an alternate universe, or maybe I died somewhere
You went to heaven, and you're hanging out with me.
Or maybe this is hell.
I never thought I'd see it.
Sneaky mother.
When they come to pick the third person, Wes chooses Bananas to be in there, and it's crazy because they've been working together, and now they're in the tribunal, so we're gonna have to see what trouble they come up with and they cause at this double elimination. So when we get to the House nominations, they have to vote 2 people in instead of 1. So Jordan decides that everybody should go around in a circle and each vote 1 guy in, and then the second time they'll do it again, and those will be the 2 guys to go in.
Everybody has to go in, I understand that. So at the end of the day, if you have to say my name, if that's best for your game, say that. But just know, like, there's a very high chance I'm probably just coming back, you know?
Respect.
Now's where you guys clap?
Yeah.
The whole house votes for Fessy for the first round, so he's the first person going in the purgatory. And then when we get to the second vote, it gets a little crazy.
I'll be honest with you, Nelson. You said the same thing to me, that you wouldn't say my name if I didn't say yours, but you can't make that promise to a lot of people in the house.
I'm one of those people that Nelson has said let's work together with. So for that, I have to vote for you.
You did tell me that you promised my vote.
What are you talking about, Nelson? Did you tell people that you would not say their name? If you tell everyone that you can't say their name, you have to say someone's name. So if I'm not high on the list, I don't know where I am.
Get loud, Jordan. There's no reason to get loud.
I'm not going to keep talking over you, Nelson.
There's no reason for you to even talk.
You approached me for conversation yesterday in here. We did have a conversation.
Yeah, we did.
I don't think this needs an explanation. I'm just gonna go Nelson.
So as you see, he made a promise with basically everyone saying that he won't say their name. But if he promised that to everyone, then obviously he's gonna have to say someone's name. So the whole house exposes him and they vote him to be the second person to go into the purgatory. He made way too many deals and they voted him the second person to go into the elimination. Later on that night, when everyone goes out to the bar, there's another fight. Nelson goes up to Kyle and he says that he jumped on the bandwagon and he...
I think you're a piece of...
I'm not a piece of... I'm not a piece of...
It's fine, bro. You threw me on the bus. What you did was you did, bro. You did something I don't respect.
all of us the same thing.
You jump on a bandwagon?
You couldn't jump on the bandwagon. Just because everyone else voted for you doesn't mean that I voted for you. Like, doesn't mean I voted for you.
I know where we stand. It's all good. I'm never met a guy that's like 6 foot and the biggest pussy in my life. But it's okay. It's you, bro. You. What? The biggest pussy in my life. I didn't do anything. Shut up.
You're the biggest pussy making deals that I've
6 foot is the biggest pussy in his life. Shut your mouth. You're behind your girl. You're hiding your girl, bro.
You gotta be such a pussy little
Melissa, why are you defending him? Melissa, you were just talking about bullshit.
You got no respect for women. No respect for women.
Yeah, Kyle, that's why he's quiet.
So they get in a pushing match and then Melissa gets in and she's sticking up for Kyle and she's yelling at Nelson and security has to get in and break up the fight. So Nelson's basically just fighting with more people and taking his hole even deeper. When we get back to the house, everyone's a little drunk and Big T's in her room and she's climbing on the top bunk and she's kind of being goofy and drunk and she steps down off the top bunk.
But everything she says is funny.
I think you broke the mattress.
I Jenny. She's a savage now.
I miss you. Yes, you.
I was only joking. In your bedroom, dude.
bleeding?
I shouldn't be. Oh, you put your foot on the chair.
I look at her toe and it's just dripping, leaking like a faucet. All this blood is right under my bed, and it's not looking too good for Big T.
Wait. You grab her. I've got.
Blood makes me feel good.
There's a pillow. That's a pillow.
When she sees the blood dripping from her foot, she almost passes out because she doesn't like the sight of blood. And then we see the medics come in and they say that she has to go to the hospital. So
Some fresh cotton pads. Fresh cotton pads? Please, it's
We're gonna bring you to the hospital and get your foot checked. It's precautionary. We want to make sure you're okay.
I'm really starting to panic. What have I done that is so bad that means I have to go to hospital? This is not happening. Guys, I really don't. Well, you have to, or you're not going to be able to come in.
after she visits the hospital, she comes back on crutches and she had to get 3 stitches in her foot. So we're going to have to see if that's going to heal and she can stay in the game or if she's going to be taken out. And then when we get to the tribunal, they have to interrogate 4 people instead of 3 people this time since it's a double elimination. They choose Jordan, Corey, Bear, and Kyle.
Guys, come on. Look, love you free, like my brothers and my sister. You teamed up with the Holy Trinity, and let me tell you something, Maddie ain't in those 3 names.
You provide no value. You don't win, you don't politic, you don't even fall in line that well. We're just tired of carrying you. This is kind of like an intervention.
Johnny, protect me, please.
I don't see myself getting too many opportunities unless I win tribunals.
To be clear though, you're asking to go in.
If I'm gonna get this goal, I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean? So let's go down there, let's get it.
As much as I want to believe what you're saying, I know that just based on our past, you know, while I don't think that you're necessarily out there gunning for me or campaigning for me, I know that I'm nowhere near in a good spot in your camp.
Right.
Bear's pleading for safety, and Wes is calling Kyle and saying that he's useless. And Maddie and Bananas are kind of wary of Corey because they don't really think they're high on his alliance list. And then Jordan basically wants to go in the elimination. So as we get to the purgatory elimination, everybody walks in the arena and we see that it's a challenge classic elimination pole wrestle. And Jordan's kind of concerned because he does have one hand, so he's wondering what his strategy is going to be if he does get voted in.
We walk into Purgatory and we see an age-old challenge staple, good old-fashioned pole wrestling. This is probably the worst elimination a guy with one hand can get.
So when it comes to the voting, they have to vote who goes against Fessy first.
I'm upset that I am about to send Jordan into a grip contest. But then I remembered Jordan is nothing but a and I don't feel bad at all. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw the last one onto Jordan.
All right, Jordan, come on down. You're going against Fessy.
So they vote in Jordan to go against Fessy, and Fessy is way bigger than Jordan, and again, Jordan has one hand, so he's wondering what he's gonna do and what his strategy is gonna be. Now they have to vote one of the last 3 guys to go against Nelson.
Maddie, what about you?
Well, I had the opportunity to talk to all 3 of those guys right there. So my vote's gonna be for Bear.
All right, come on down, Bear.
That is a spirit leaving me.
I'm like literally crushed right now. This is why I never wanted to be in a relationship with someone on the challenge. This sucks so bad. I feel like I was blindsided. Like I'm not ready for this.
So they choose Bear to go against Nelson into the purgatory. So Kayla's kind of worried because she doesn't want her boo thing to go home. So now we have Jordan versus Fessy and Bear versus Nelson. So again, if you don't know, the challenge is called the pole wrestle, where each guy has to put both of their hands on the pole and they basically just have to wrestle it out of each other's hands. And whoever does it 2 out of 3 times wins and stays in the game and earns their red skull. First up is Jordan and Fessy, and Jordan has to use one of his wrists to hold on to the pole since he doesn't have a hand. So they start off the first round.
Let's go, come on.
I both take a reverse grip. So my good hand is underneath, my bad hand is up top, and I have to hold this pole with my wrist.
Jordan, you lose this one, you lost, all right?
One more, kid. Let's go. Let's go.
Fessy is a whole different kind of animal. He's big, he's strong, and he knows how to use his weight. My only option is to try and tie up his legs and get this thing to the ground.
Come on. Woo. Woo.
Come on, guys. Oh my God.
As you see, Fessy lands on Jordan with all of his weight, and it kind of looks like Jordan's shoulders hurt, so he has to go into round 2, but it looks like his shoulder is limping down a little bit. Going into round 2, Jordan's trying to grip the pole, but his shoulder's so hurt that it's taking him a minute. He keeps pulling back, and I'm wondering if he's gonna even do it at all.
Get in here. Scores 1-0, Fessy.
One more, let's go.
You did hurt, son.
It's okay, Jordan. Shake that off.
I wish I could describe to you guys the pain that is shooting through my arm. I'm just trying to dig as deep as I can. No excuses. You keep playing. It's either win or go home.
It's okay, Jordan. Breathe through that, Jordan. It's okay, brother.
All right, the score's 1-0, Fessy. Fessy, you win this one, you win. Jordan, you need to pick it up. All right, boys, you ready?
Good job, boy.
Good work, fellas.
Good job, Jordan. Good job, Jordan.
So in round 2, you saw Fessy basically pulled it out of his hand within seconds because of his shoulder was hurt and he couldn't hold on. So it's really sad to see that Jordan is going home like that. Bananas and Wes had no mercy on Jordan, and they don't like him, so they put him against Fessy, and he ended up getting hurt, and it's sad to see him go out that way. So now it's time for Nelson and Bear to go up.
Boys, ready? Go!
Come on, Bear. There, you got it. Push. Push it.
You got him.
Let's go. One more. Come on, Bear.
So as you see in the first round, Nelson had a strategy to get on the ground with the pole and hold it against him. So Bear was on top and he was trying to pull it, but Nelson just tugged it away and he got the first point. So Bear better switch it up and try to get underneath Nelson this time, or switch up his strategy, or he's going to be the next one going home.
Boys, ready? Go!
Come on, Bear. There, you got it. Push. Push it.
Bear's playing a little dirty. You know, he's doing whatever he can. It's not enough. My man Nelson is gonna rip this away.
Rip it. Push it.
So when the second round starts, you see Bear trying to get underneath them, and they're struggling for a second, and they go down to the ground, but Nelson ends up getting underneath again, and he pulls the pole from Bear. So Bear is also going home. Josh is talking to Swaggy, and Swaggy's like, oh, everybody knew that Bear was going in, but Josh said that he didn't know.
He was not expecting that all day.
Blindsided.
Didn't blindside Bear. He said it all day. He was putting Bear in. Really? Yes. To who? Everybody. To who? I was told that if it was physical, Bear and George going in. I'm rallying this house when we get back. Swaggy was like, Wes has been saying all day that he was gonna send in Bear. Everybody knew. I'm like, nobody knew. You know because you're working with him. I'm sending Swaggy in next week.
Yeah.
Straight up. I'm sending both of them in next week.
So Josh goes up to some people in the house and says that Swaggy and Bailey are working with Wes and Bananas, so he's going to be targeting Swaggy to go in on the elimination next week. Kayla's really upset, and she runs down to the elimination ground to say bye to Bear, and they have a big hug, and she's really upset, and she doesn't know what she's going to do now to continue on in the game, but she does have her Holy Trinity Alliance, so I hope it doesn't upset her too bad, and she can pull through, because she still has to go in and get her red skull. So Jordan and Bear are the two guys going home, and Fessy and Nelson both have their red skulls.
Start the challenge.
If she does that to me, I swear to God, I will make sure she goes home.
Why the f are you Nelson me, kid?
Today's challenge is called Tunnel Rats.
So in next week's preview, it looks like Josh and Swaggy are getting in an argument, and after what Josh said, I'm figuring it has to do with something like that. So we're gonna have to see how it plays out next week. We're getting some people with red skulls now, so at least we have some people to run the final. I don't know how many more red skulls they're gonna give out, but we're gonna have to see, and we're gonna have to see what happens with Big T. Please let me know what you guys think about this episode in the comments down below. And if you did like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, you'll be notified for next week's tea cap. So until then, when you can sip the tea with your girl Nikki Lee, I'll see you then. Bye guys.